Hello Seagulls fans and welcome to another team selection video brought to you by Billy's Cakes. Chris Dixon, thanks for joining us again. Disappointing loss last week, but a great opportunity to rectify that this week against Werribee.
Certainly we'd love not to be here this week, especially after the Melbourne boys got through as well. So, but to the credit of the Bulldogs, they sort of really turned the course of the game in that sort of 10-minute period in the last bit of the third quarter, and also defended really well against the Breeze in the last quarter. So we were disappointed in a lot of areas actually. So we probably even thought the scoreboard might have masked how poorly we were actually travelling throughout the game. So certainly there's a lot of areas that we need to improve on, but I guess the beauty about how well we went during the season, obviously that's the reason you get a double chance. So get to bounce back this week and hopefully we can win our way through to a prelim final.
What are some of the areas you'll be sort of looking to improve on from last week?
Certainly I think it starts in the middle of the ground, so really disappointed in a way. I think probably the first time we've been comprehensively beaten around the clearances. We've been the number one clearance side in the competition throughout the year, but certainly had our colours low on the weekend. Obviously Brett Goods was a pretty influential figure for the Bulldogs, so that's going to be a real area of focus for us this week. We've got to make sure that we get on top in there, and so we've been working pretty hard on that this week.
As you mentioned at the top, it wasn't all bad news for the club with the development team winning through to another grand final. That's a great reward for everyone involved with those boys.
They played really well, so it was a really good performance against Box Hill. I think probably Box Hill had one of their weaker development sides out there on the park, so certainly if we get them again in a week's time, we'd certainly expect them to probably have a few more their key personnel in there. But it was really a strong performance from the guys, able to really dictate play both into the wind and with the wind as well, so they'll obviously enjoy a week off, and whether it be Box Hill or Port Melbourne next week, it's going to be a really good contest, and hopefully they can look to go back to back.
And the finals seem to be taking a similar path to last year when the club lost its qualifying final but were able to bounce back in a big way against Port Melbourne in a semi. Obviously you'll be looking for more of the same again this year.
Oh, exactly, and look, there's nothing to do but just to get on with the job, so obviously everyone was really disappointed with the result on the weekend, but you just can't dwell on it this time of year. It's just really important everyone just gets back on the bike, and as I said, we win this week and we're into the final four, into the prelim final, so really important that we come out. We're expecting a really strong response from the players, and obviously going to need one coming up against the Werribee side who's been in really good form the last couple of weeks.
You just mentioned Werribee, our opponents for this week. They won their elimination final last week against North Ballarat. What can we expect out of the Tigers this week?
Well, they've effectively had two elimination finals because they really needed to win their last game against Frankston to make the final. So there was a pretty good performance there, and obviously Frankston's a pretty tough place to go and win. So they've effectively had two real cutthroat games, and so they've got a bit of momentum up. So they were really good against North Ballarat on the weekend. They probably dealt the worst card out of the two affiliates there, with North Melbourne resting a few last week. So it was a really strong performance from them. They played with a lot of spirit. They just looked like they're taking the game on and looking to try to run at every opportunity. So certainly we need to be really strong defensively, and obviously just going back to our basics and fixing a few of the areas that a lot of the areas that we've been really good at throughout the year. Just getting back to that, and hopefully we can come out on top. Okay,
Chris, take us through the side to face Werribee this weekend.
From the back line, David Fay, Peter Fawkes, Nick Singh. Half-back, Ryan Ferguson, Brad Mangan, Jack Charleston. Through the middle, Jack Johnston, Ben Jolly, Ben Davies. Half forward, Mitch Banner, Scott Clouston and Michael Gibbons will be our 23rd player this week. Up forward, Willie Wheeler, Lee Masters, Sean Hetherington. On ball, Nick Meese, Adam Marcon, Kane Lambert. And on the interchange bench, Anthony Anastasio, Ben Bessay, Stephen McCullum, Ed Carr, Sean Ty, Dylan Conway, Cameron Lockwood, Jake Owen and Ben Casley.
Now, the Monday just gone, we had the JJ Liston Trophy where we had 6 players and our coach, Andy Collins, selected for the VFL Team of the Year, as well as Ben Jolly being awarded lifetime membership in the VFL. It's a really big night for the club.
Yeah, it certainly was. So it was great to get the 6 boys in the Team of the Year, all in the starting 18, which is good. And obviously great recognition for Andy Collins as well and the work he's done. So he's been named Coach of the Year. So great reward for the individuals. As you mentioned, especially someone like Ben Jolly, it's his 5th straight year he's been in the Team of the Year. So I think the boys were joking, he's been in the Team of the Year 5 different times in 5 different positions. So but great reward for him. It shows his consistency across the course of his career here. So looked like at one stage we thought Scotty might have been a chance in the listing. He was obviously leading the halfway mark, but obviously Alex Woodward, a very deserving winner from Box Hill, and I think everyone was really pleased to see him get the win after what he's been through.
Obviously, last week at Whitten Oval, the Williamstown faithful, we had a lot come out, but unfortunately we're outnumbered by quite some margin, thanks to Footscray supporters. But you'll be hoping for a big turnout this week to cheer the boys on at Northport Oval.
There's always big crowds for the Western Derby, so it'll be good to see lots of Seagull supporters there. So obviously it's a really important day for us. We'll be trying to get through, and we've done everything we can to make sure that we're still in the competition. So looking forward to seeing lots of support out there. Obviously playing on the Sunday, only the one game, so obviously starting at 2:10 at Port Melbourne, but looking forward to seeing plenty of blue and gold in the crowd. And then obviously for those who can't make it, it is on TV as well. So great chance to watch and cheer the boys on from home. But we'd love to see as many supporters there as possible and try to make sure that we've got 2 teams playing next week.
Well, let's hope so, Chris. Thanks for joining us once again, and best of luck this Sunday.
Cheers.